Moving ahead to our next speaker, I would like to invite Mr. Utkarsh Landekar. He is presently associated with Mr. Cutting Systems Private Limited and is positioned as head for laser business, India and exports. He has an experience of more than 25 years in the field of thermal cutting technology. Today, Mr. Utkarsh will talk about scope of high fiber laser machines in India. So delegates, let's welcome Mr. Utkarsh Landekar.
Laser is a process which is getting more and more popular. It is entering each part of our life, be it eye surgery, be it laser tracking, be it laser cutting or welding. So day by day, the laser is catching up almost each of the segment of our life. And the latest developments in laser are moving at a absolutely feverish pace, and the kind of equipment that are using laser for several activities makes it more and more necessary for each of the user to understand its application, how to harness the energy of the laser and the utility of the laser. It comes with some limitations. However, you can look at the limitations, find a way across, and when it comes to a cutting field, nowadays the laser is really becoming stronger day by day. The cost of the laser is going down, productivity is going up. So this makes it more and more necessary for us to look into what happens when you are using powerful type of energy, that is a light energy. We start with our factory, which is in Coimbatore. It's a beautiful campus wherein we produce thermal cutting equipment, from gas cutting equipment, plasma cutting, oxyfuel, and laser cutting equipment under the same roof. This is a very modern plant, and our smart factory is a paperless factory which is digitally connected, and this factory has been made to serve local market as well as the global market. So we export from here also. So coming back to our initiative of our country, wherein we are talking about being vocal about our localization, we are trying to make more and more indigenous content, wherein the key technology still comes from abroad, but it has to be used for local domestic purpose. So going back to the history of laser cutting, they invented the laser in 1970, and thereafter, with various development, in 2018 the fifth generation of machine is being launched, and this equipment is one of the fast selling machine for us in India, as well as we are also exporting. So the concept is that when we built a machine for India, we are only talking of a quality machine which is acceptable locally as well as globally. So the local companies which buy this equipment want themselves to be positioned against competing global companies, and these equipments have to be adhering to all industrial norms. When I go to the future slides, you'll understand what exactly I mean. Engineers generally spend their full life in shaping the material, and these materials are in two forms which are developed in metals like flats and longs. Flats means it can be thin sheets, it can be light to medium plate, it can be thicker plate, this can be slabs, angle channels, and they are the long members of this thing. So we will be processing this material with laser, gas cutting, and plasma. So the process of laser, plasma, and oxyfuel, they have their own bubble area of operation when it comes to precision as well as the thickness. So this is our universal diagram which we discuss with each of our customer for all the application. So when it comes to the higher precision and material up to 25 millimeter, which has been the predominant area of laser, then it is followed by lesser precision area of plasma, but however the material thickness range goes from 1 millimeter to 150 millimeter, and oxyfuel goes from 6 millimeter until 300 millimeter. So when we look at this bubble diagram, which is a very important diagram, when we go through the application, you will realize the utility of this diagram will be coming into picture, and there will be a lot of overlapping area where we have to take a conscious decision that we have to be competitive locally as well as globally with this. The cutting can be straight cutting for gas cutting, plasma, laser, as well as it can be a chamfering. Now globally, when you travel across several countries where the edge preparation or the chamfering is being used for shaping the material as well as welding, all the three process should be capable of cutting straight as well as beveling. So in laser also we have developed the bevel, and in plasma our bevels are already being used for several jobs for normal industry as well as defense industry, and they are very handy tools, or you can say they are very productive tools, wherein the reprocessing of the material at various stations can be avoided by adopting these 5XS tools. So when it comes to laser as a application, these applications are in yellow goods, defense support industries, panel manufacturing, enclosure manufacturing, metal equipment manufacture, automobile, agricultural, architectural design. Now, when we say that we are talking of all the local production for our own use, we need all these equipments to run the show in the industries as well as in the infrastructure segment, as well as all of this what I have highlighted are forming major components which is being used by defense industry. So when we say why, when we become vocal for local, what is important is the machines can be suitable for global materials, global standards, but that may work, may not work in the country. So in our Coimbatore factory, our main endeavor is to work upon the local materials, local steels available, local materials available, the way the material is available, maybe it is in some particular form, that has to be cut. The laser cutting machines which are available in the market are mainly coming from the first world countries. They are designed for the first world country material, which are very sophisticated, but in our country they may not be so sophisticated. So we need to tune up the brain, that is a CNC controller, to take out the production in a lowest preparation time, so you don't have to prepare the material ready to get operated on this machine and cut parts out of it. Today we are talking of digital India, so cloud based computing. There are systems which are monitoring the equipment, the database is done through cloud computing, and the entire machine production has to be seen from either India, or if it is a MNC company, the data should be available in overseas, or if these are Indian companies running their factories in other countries, they should be able to monitor it here. So the equipments, laser cutting equipment, plasma cutting equipment, whatever we are building here are capable of doing this task also. So we want our local internet infrastructure also to support such processes. Primary sources of gases in India are oxygen, nitrogen, and air, which are being used. Now, there is a typical case wherein the COVID situation, the oxygen shortage is there. So we have to tune up the machine to start cutting in air, which is available from a normal compressor, and you can still produce the parts with these available gases. So when you cut with higher laser power, you require higher volume of gases, and then you have to be ready to use the local variety of gas, local purities, and local supply shapes. So if you see on the screen, there are two different shapes. It's a cryocan or it is a standard cylinder. So machine should be capable to adapt with this system. And we have systems to make those gas supply units capable to feed the gases to the machine to produce it. We also advise our customers to control the cost at various locations. So what can get measured can also get improved. So there are various avenues of saving that can happen. It may be consumable cost, it may be the yield calculation, it can be lower cost of manpower, or it can be capital cost also. So we work with our customers to minimize the cost or optimize the cost and still get the best output. Now coming to the thicker metal processing, which has been predominant area of plasma cutting, gas cutting, or maybe other machining process like router, milling. So now the laser power going up and the prices per kilowatt coming down, more and more materials are getting shifted to laser cutting. So what we have seen in the industry, a shearing process, turret punch press, drilling, then milling, and some of the cutting processes are getting shifted to laser cutting. So the components are directly formed from the plate instead of other materials. With higher laser power comes higher responsibility. So when you have a powerful engine to power your machines, there has to be control, there has to be automation, there has to be the logic to use the higher power with higher responsibility and still support the cutting with bare minimum cost or the lowest cost possible. Typically, the power that is coming up between 2 kilowatt until 10 kilowatt, which is being used standard in the industry, We can see the various materials thicknesses. We can discuss with our customer offline when it comes to the various thicknesses, applications, and the cut quality. We definitely have possibilities to interact one-to-one, as well as if there are some questions you can discuss in the Q&A points, and we can definitely support you with this. There are a lot of logics behind these capabilities of the laser power, how it can be harnessed to cut the material. So typically when it comes to mild steel and stainless steel, which forms a majority local manufacturing material, that time the thickness versus the graphs are available. We can support the green areas would be the effective quality areas which can be giving the cuts, and red areas are the stretched area where you can still use it, but well, there are some challenges. So typically when you look at 1 meter by 1 meter plate being cut, you can see with the increase of power, the cost goes down in stainless steel and mild steel. Now you can replace some of the standard applications of simple flange cutting with higher laser power, and the cutting cost will be quite low as compared to any other process. Irrespective of the high power, the laser have been successful only up to 25 millimeter mild steel. But however, it becomes more and more effective in stainless steel, aluminum, and brass. Now here, when we look at the aluminum, brass, and mild steel cutting, the surface finish also plays an important role. So when the manufactured components is viewed, it has also to be looking good, and it should be acceptable quality. As I was giving the benefits of higher power laser, there are also some limitations which we need to understand, and we can also advise our customers on that are they really useful. So we have combined the laser and plasma cutting machine in this form, and we can use both the processes together. So I will take you to the next slide, and you can have a look at the one of the practical applications. This is used in the firefighting engines, defense trucks, and similar application would definitely exist. So in the next slide, if you see, you need accurate holes, hole to hole center distance, but the outside periphery is not important. So here you can combine the laser and plasma capability. When it comes to the productivity, definitely just by using a laser may not be giving full output. The plasma can help you to reduce the production time also, and production cost as well. When it comes to stainless steel, in certain cases when the thicker material is to be cut, the plasma definitely also can be used. It can be used in combination with laser for certain application, and this application can definitely look into let's say higher surface finish. There has to be pros and cons that can be evaluated, and you can really choose the right process in the combination machine as well. So we are capable to advise our customer both technically and commercially which application to use where. These machines can also support IoT, production monitoring, and Industry 4.0, which are global standards, and also started getting more and more accepted in Indian industries, where you can monitor the machine on your mobile app or a browser, or wherever you are in the world, you can monitor the machine productivity. So we can support our customers. And when you do laser cutting, there has to be effective material handling for higher production. You have to be competitive in terms of manpower, quick loading, unloading of the material. So we also have developed localized, very high technology material handling systems to support laser cutting as well as plasma cutting. So in short, we are supporting the local manufacturing to best our abilities, and with over 1200 plus machines. Definitely we are attempting practically all types of industries, be it defense or be it other normal engineering industries or infrastructure industries. We are also getting into the air cutting, where the gas shortages are there, and we definitely support our customers into future trend of the air cutting, oxygen cutting, specialized gases cutting, and total cutting solution as a whole, as a package, we can definitely offer. With this, I thank the audience. This is our contact detail. You can definitely reach us. We will definitely support you with your applications, and we'll try to make your product look good, cut at lower cost, and give the best output from your industry. Thank you.